Welcome to another edition of Insurance Questions Podcast, episode 86, Friday, May 31st, 24. Don, the world didn't end. What happened to all that like conspiracy stuff saying, oh, in May of 2024, Padre Pio said, and this one said, and that one said, and Nostradamus, and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I thought that was for Y2K, not 2024.
I think we just keep on changing the dates. So let's get our um
Disclaimer.
our disclaimer because can't you just feel the testosterone of these two manly men on this podcast today? Because it
Manly
is
man.
Insurance Questions Podcast 86, but we don't have a topic. It is our maybe podcast. So we're gonna go in a couple different directions. But remember, all the comments and statements made by Eddie Buffalo and Donnie Lowe are purely for entertainment purposes. So
That's
how you
right.
doing today, Donnie Lowe?
Good, but I would be remiss if I didn't take Sarah's role and say,
You gonna use your
please
voice?
like, subscribe. I can't do the mom voice or the mother voice. I'm not going to do
That's a
that.
good thing. What else?
Yeah.
You gotta do
So
that the
like,
new button.
subscribe, hit the fan mail
Yeah.
button. Let us know your thoughts, comments, and be happy to communicate with you.
So it's Friday. We made it through another week, yet a short week. I don't know about you, but were you screwed up all week knowing what day it was?
Oh my God. All day Monday on Memorial Day, I was
Yeah.
thinking it was Sunday.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's
And the
crazy.
weather's been so crummy here. It's supposed to actually rain until Tuesday. I hope not.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, what we wanted to talk about today on our maybe podcast is how we are going to start expanding and how that we would like to start recruiting people to come on board with EBI agency. Why don't you talk a little bit of what that's going to look like, Don?
Yeah, so we're looking for individuals that are already in the business of protecting people with financial products and want to really help them grow their line of business. We've got such great resources and services to offer to clients, and we would just want to expand that. But we also want to look at agencies that are looking to, you know what, they might want to slow down a little bit, step back a little bit, and we'd like to incorporate them into our business model. I guess we know with our philosophy is just helping as many people as we can, and it's
And
through
please
growth is a
share
great
with
way to
our
do it.
audience how we plan on doing that. Because right now we are selling traditional term and whole life insurance, things like that. But what are we planning on selling in the future to and having available to our customers?
We're basically going to be a one-stop shop
What do you mean? What does that look
for,
like, Don?
for any financial protection needs that a personal client or a business client may have. So what that might mean is, you know what, you can look at EBI agency for your traditional life insurance or disability insurance, but also, hey, if you own a car or a home or you need renters insurance, we're getting into that world as well. And hey, you know what? There are 10,000 people retiring every single day or turning 65 every single day. And we're going to be in that Medicare space to help guide people that are turning 65 on that whole Medicare
Eh,
um, process.
Don't get me wrong, Don. What isn't the enrollment from July to October?
Well, traditional enrollment is really like open enrollment is typically in the late fall. It's from like
Oh, it
late
doesn't
October
start in
through
July.
December. But you can enroll in Medicare up to 6 months prior to you turning 65.
Maybe that's where I'm getting that from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
So
thought it was traditionally from July 1st to the end of October.
July 1st typically is when all the Medicare insurance companies come out with their plans for the following year. So that's where we start to learn about all the differences in the plans, the changes that have been made. It could be quite confusing and overwhelming. And that's why we're lining up a team of experts to help guide people through that whole process.
And what does that look like, Don? Are you thinking about bringing in people that aren't in our insurance industry, like tax people?
Well, you know what? That's a great question. And yeah, I think they they can assist their clients and we can guide them with that. Or if the accounting people have clients and they don't know where to turn to assist their clients, that's what we're here for. So we're building those alliances.
Now you're going to be doing the interviewing for a lot of the people we're going to be bringing on. And what's that going to look like? Are they going to be able to apply for employment right through ebiagency.com?
Yes, we're gonna get that set up right through the website.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you need appropriate licenses depending on what area of focus you want. And we'll assist you in getting that if you don't have it. And if you do have it, you'd be set to go. But the biggest thing, Ed, is we want to make sure that the people that we bring on board on our team have the same values that we have.
That's
And
huge.
it is huge. If
Mm.
somebody, thinks, says they're great and they write a lot of business, we're still going to dig down a little bit deeper and make sure they have the integrity that we demand of ourselves for our clients. And it's a client first, way of doing business that we have.
Mhm.
Um, and again, we've talked about this in other podcasts. If we feel that we cannot help a client and we're not the right fit for the client, we will let them know and we'll walk away from it. We're not going to just try to get the business to get the business.
Yeah,
And that's the type of mentality we want on our team.
I hate to keep on bringing up his name, John Foster. It's something, I mean, he was a good mentor to both of us. One
Yeah.
thing he said is that, I don't need to be the smartest guy in the room or girl in the room. I just have to have access to the person that does have the answers. Because I don't know if you've done this, Don, but I know in the past when I was in the sales process with somebody, I'll pump the brakes and stop everything if there's a question that I don't know. And
Oh,
I think people really appreciate that because we're actually taking the time to verify the question that they have instead of just pulling it out of our butt and taking a guess on it. Because this is nothing to guess around with. If I'm going to give you information, it's going to be information that's right on, you know
absolutely.
because like I said, I don't need to be the smartest guy in the room, but I have to have access to that person. And I mean, between email, texting, and phone numbers, we both know enough people that we can call, even the home office, at a ton of the different vendors that we use. And
Oh,
we are working on a deal with, yes, I'm going to talk about you, and you're going to be so excited when you hear this, Tina Owens. She is doing a fabulous job for us right now. She's working on a term case for myself and you. Isn't that true?
yes, and she's very knowledgeable
Mm-hmm.
and is providing us with some great guidance for our clients.
And she loves our videos. I know that, Tina. I know you do. So, and I think it really says a lot. I mean, you feel like a brother to me, the other people I work with, and you hate to be cliche and say, you're like a family, but I mean, it feels like brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
Are we gonna agree with each other all the time? No, no family
correct.
ever does,
That's right.
especially she ain't here today, but Sassy Sarah, she have no problem calling me at my what. You know, I don't want to talk to Sarah. I said, no, no, no. Yes, I'm obsessed with Amy Winehouse all of a sudden. I don't know why, because
She was a good
hopefully,
artist.
I'm past the whole 27-year-old thing, so I ain't going to die at 27. I made it that far, you know. What is the deal with that, Don? I mean, was
Isn't
it
that
Jim
wild?
Morrison?
Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin.
Was it
Uh,
Cass Elliot too? Or was she older?
I'm thinking she was older, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's kind of ironic and sad though, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Whitney Houston?
well, she was older than
I
27.
thought she was 27.
Really?
Go to the interweb, Don. Let's find out.
There you go.
Who knows?
Who knows? Only the interweb knows.
Yes. So I got to ask you something, and I was hoping Tyler was going to join us today because he's got a keen eye for what's popular and what's going to actually be viral. And people are really enjoying our commercials, you know, which is very surprising to me, and our numbers keep on going up. Every episode, it seems like we're adding, what did I say? Upwards 60,000 listeners every
Right.
time. So with our analytics, by the time 6 months from now, if everything stays the same, we should be around 11 million listeners every episode, which is insane to me. It really is.
That's
But I
crazy.
guess the reason I'm saying all that, we have so many opportunities for growth right now that I hope that if you are in our industry and you're looking for a change or looking for a new challenge, we would love to talk to you. And you're going to be able to do that at www.ebiagency.com. And there's a contact phone number there on there to get a hold of us. And our number is right on the bottom of our screen right here, 306-2020.
Area code
And I mean,
716.
honestly, Sarah's always looking for people too.
Yeah.
Because she's in a growth mode right now too, and she's totally on board with what we're talking about right now. We're thinking of having a one-stop shop for all your financial needs. What's that going to look like? It's going to look like all the different insurance products, including homeowners, car insurance, Medicare, Medicaid,
Health
tax service,
insurance.
health
Right.
insurance,
Tax service.
employees or tech service. We started talking to people that we might be going into the market of offering payroll service too,
Right.
and I don't know what this is going to look like, but we've even talked about maybe title companies or real estate companies, whether they work with us directly or as a partnership. We haven't really started to look at what that's going to look like. And
Yeah.
I
A
would
lot
love
of
some feedback too from our listeners and let us know what you think about that. And if there's something that I did not mention that you think should be included in our business model, I'm all ears.
That's right. And also, if you're currently in a business, your own business, as an example, and you want to affiliate with us, reach out.
Yeah.
Reach out. We'd love to talk with you.
As I know, we've already started talking to a lot of different agencies and looking to bring them in as EBI agency, whether they're an affiliate or we actually are purchasing the agencies. It's going to be a case by case thing because insurance, what do they always say? It's the E word. There's an exception to every rule.
That's right. That's right.
Is a very true statement.
Yeah, but when you said that, the first thought that came in my mind that was not exception.
What
It was with insurance. What do they always say? You should have bought it yesterday, not today.
Oh, the Y word, yeah. Isn't it funny? And I don't know if you have the same experience. I'm sure you do. But what's really nuts about our business is I don't care if you buy it from me or Don or one of our affiliates or somebody else down the street from you. Once you start thinking about buying insurance and then you don't do it, gosh, it seems like Murphy's Law. Something bad always happens. You hate to think like that, but that's the trend.
Yeah, that's so
Like we
true.
even talked the other day, a friend of mine passed away, and his wife said, "Well, Eddie, how much insurance do we have through you?" I'm like, "None." He was always too busy to do it, and now it's obviously he's gone. So I mean, it's too late.
I know.
And the crestfallen look on their faces, don't do that to your family. Don't do that to your friend that works in our industry, because I almost felt bad for it.
Huh. Yeah, it hurts you because we care so much.
To give you another example, I had another person, and it wasn't a friend, he ended up becoming a friend afterward, but engineers, I don't know why they are so hard to work with, just from past experience. They're not that they're not nice people. It just that they want to know all the minutia, all the really small things. And then they're like, oh, wait, I don't ever remember selling an engineer, you know? So I had an engineer friend, this is going back at least 5 years ago, and he went over it, over. I met with him like 3 or 4 times, just telling me all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then like 6 months later, he calls me up. He goes, I got cancer. You know, can I get insurance now? I'm like, not really. Even if we're lucky enough to get you insurance, it's going to be so expensive. You're not going to want to buy it. He goes, well, I blame this on you. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, it's your fault. You should be, more aggressive when you were trying to sell it to me. I'm like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't
Yeah,
at
I
this
know.
point, which
Yeah.
is a really sad thing to do because I felt bad. But I mean, here's the thing, and I don't know how you look at Don, but the way I look at it is when I'm meeting with someone, okay, and I'm showing them solutions that make sense for them for a bunch of reasons. They can afford it. It's good for their family. It's what they need. And they can say, "Oh yeah, this is great." But
Exactly.
if they don't do anything, or even like a lot of people get aggravated with insurance because they'll say, "Ugh, I got to do a physical. Are you kidding me? I
I
got to get
know.
a blood sample and a urine sample." I mean, depending upon the amount, that might be necessary.
Yes.
I had
And it may
enough.
not be necessary too.
Right, exactly. I'll tell you, it's not I don't think it's a science. It really isn't. Because I've looked at guys that look like they're half dead and they got insurance, no problem. I saw other guys that look healthy as can be, and they never got the insurance. You know? I mean, I had a guy that had prostate cancer. He had his prostate removed. He's cancer free for at least it was like 11 or 12 years. And usually 10 years cancer free is the breaking point.
Yes. Hmm.
And he made sure that he went into all the information of having cancer and the treatment and everything. More information that the underwriters even needed. And guess what? He didn't get any insurance. You
That's
know,
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, and another guy early in my career, big dude, big dude. He was a some type of delivery driver. I don't know. I forget what. And he looked healthy as can be. No problems or anything like that. Do you smoke? No. No drugs? No. No. And then he got a declination letter that he couldn't get the insurance. And usually, as agents, we don't know the reason at all
Right.
unless the customer actually reaches back out to the company and they ask for a letter showing them the reason. And this guy had a DWI 5 years ago.
So
So
five
what
years
does
is,
that mean, Don? And
well,
this is in New York too.
yeah. So, but a lot of times 5 years is, once it's beyond 5 years, it can be overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it
But
depends on the
it
severity of it.
also comes back to, not being truthful on the application.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Did you
that.
have a felony? In a lot of states, DWI, that's a felony, you
That's
know?
right. That's right.
Oh, no, I never had anything. So I guess, and this is something that, I'd like to talk about. That when we are doing our fact finder, trying to find out all this information, we're not doing it to be nosy.
All right.
We're doing it to get a better picture of what you need protected and what you need going forward. So I'm not even saying you're lying, but if you're being less than forthcoming with all the information I ask you, and then you get dinged on it down the road, don't be mad at us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
That's true.
we can only go by what our customers and clients are telling us.
And really, the underwriters, they're going to find out
Mm-hmm.
because they dig into medical records if they need to, or the insurance bureau if they need to, public records. So just come clean, and this way we know what we're dealing with, and we'll
Mm-hmm.
position it in a certain way to hopefully benefit you. And
Oh,
that,
100%.
yeah,
100%.
exactly. We're getting into some heavy topics here for a Friday. I thought we were gonna just keep it light, and
It's a maybe podcast.
that's right. That's
So,
right.
I do want to make the announcement that Donnie Lowe and I will be leaving the podcast soon for when I have my recording contract and I'm touring all over the country singing. And Donnie is going to be my manager, just so you know. It's like you can be. Are you going to be like Elvis's manager,
I'll negotiate good things for you for sure.
or are you going to be like Epstein with the Beatles?
Oh, Epstein was great
That's
as a
what I'm
manager.
saying. Which one are you going
Yeah.
to be, Colonel
Uh,
Parker or
I
Epstein?
I'll be Epstein, but except I don't think I can get you to wear one of those suits with a skinny tie or something.
Oh, I think you could rock that, Donnie Lowe. I really, truly do. You know. So, we're sad to say we're leaving, but fame is drawing us in another direction.
Yeah.
So and I will thank, Sassy Sarah for my first Grammy, you know. So I gotta ask you, Don,
Don't
you know,
quit your day job just yet.
what does your family think about all this nonsense?
They think it's crazy. Crazy.
Who asks you the most questions?
My daughter.
Like, what kind of questions is she asking you?
Well, she said, Dad, how are you getting so many views or listens? Or I looked on YouTube and there aren't that many views or likes. You got to look at the analytics. And can you help me set up TikTok? I asked her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I was
Dad.
the same with my daughter with TikTok.
Well, Instagram. She says, "Are you on Instagram?" Not yet, I don't think.
I think the key to our
So,
success is the distribution network that we have set up for the podcast.
yeah,
And we've even talked about teaching people how to do this,
that's right.
because we have been successful and we still see a growth pattern, and I've talked about this to Sarah, before the whole lightning in the bottle thing, you know. I'd like to equate it to, and usually when people ask me about the show, I'm like, well, Don's like the dad, Sarah's the sassy sister, and I'm the brother that everybody's like, what's he gonna say next?
We
You
can't
know,
bring them out in public.
so it has been fun. It has been interesting. I mean, uh, it has raised eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
People are very curious, what we're doing, what we're saying, and it's almost like we're providing a public service.
It is, and I think what we're trying to do ultimately is really, if you think about the insurance industry, it's been around for a long, long time,
Yeah.
both the life side, the personal and commercial insurance. And its business has been done pretty much the same way for a long, long time.
Hmm.
We're trying to disturb that a little bit and make it more modern, right? And
We're
really
disruptors, Don.
to reach the clients in an easy format where it's not intimidating and they can do business the way they want to do business. They want to meet in person, great. If they want to purchase a policy at 1 o'clock in the morning on their phone, great. We're going
Hmm.
to be there for them.
And it's funny that you say that because I do see a lot of action in the middle of the night on our website. And if you still want to traditionally meet with an agent, obviously we're going to do that with you. But if you
Absolutely.
don't want to, that was the big reason behind EBI Agency, that you can actually go to our shopping site. Don can never get it working on his phone.
I
I don't
can't.
know what his problem is, but it's
It's
working fine. You can click either one of these tabs, and then you can walk through the whole process. I mean, you're looking at life, illness, disability, accident, senior, dental and vision, children's health. I should really get dental and vision for myself. Get a little bit extra. identity theft, guaranteed sub, and sell your policy. Did you even
Yeah.
know we did that, Don?
Well, I did know that, but I know that we cannot do that in certain states. So,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. I mean, it even gives you insurance 101 telling you, ooh, I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, Don, because we're getting some thunder boomers, that's for sure right now. But I
It's
mean,
always thundering over there.
it's been horrible lately. I don't know why it's been so rainy. I truly don't. So I guess what we're saying is we want to make it as easy as possible for you to protect yourself and your family in your time of need.
And so what that goes to tie back to the original question is there are great opportunities to help a lot of people and earn some good money
Mhm.
by affiliating yourself with EBI agency.
Yeah, and
We
even if you
work on a
only have a
profession.
little bit of insurance experience, I would love to talk to you.
Yeah,
'Cause I would love to
exactly.
show you the way of EBI agency, and we even have a proprietary closing method to help you with your clients. And in the future, we are also going to be using AI sales assistants
That's right.
that you'll be on a Zoom type product, but it's going to be a different company. And as you're talking to the customer, like say Donnie's the customer, he can't see it, but my AI is running on the right hand side, giving me prompts and looking for keywords of what's important to the customer. Because a
Yes,
lot of times that is like the biggest thing. And somebody that I get excited about stuff and I'm just go, 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 go. You'll kind of miss what's very important to your clients.
that's right. That's right.
And this is kind of like a way of checking ourselves and making us better to help you make that right decision. A lot of people are really standoffish about AI, but using this as a teaching tool for people in our industry, I think is going to be huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as far
Absolutely.
as I know, I think we're going to be the only one using it right now.
Yeah, I know that one particular service, so
Yes.
that's great. Yeah, that's
So
true.
stay tuned. There's a lot of fun and good stuff coming on. Get a hold of Donnie Lowe if you want to come work for us. We would love to talk to you. So I know, Donnie, you got to go get your daughter. So we're going
Yeah.
to cut this a little short today. Maybe podcast was full of a lot of information. And I got hollered at by Sarah, said that I'm getting a little bit crazy on these things. So I'm going to try to tone it down to get you as much information as possible and still have fun.
Yeah. Fun is the
You know?
key.
So, like we end all our episodes. If you like doing business with people like us, we're the ones to see. www.ebiagency.com. Phone number is 716-306-2020. If you need tax services, you'll be able to go to the client tab, click on it for McCutcheon Advisory, and Sarah will be able to help you out. Over the weekend, you will see the tab to apply for a job with EBI Agency. Right now, we're in 16 states. I want to make it so that we have agents in all 50 states. I don't
Yes.
know how fast that's going to happen, but I'd like to see it happen in the next few months.
That's
So,
fast.
for your buddy Donnie Lowe and Eddie Buffalo, everybody have a wonderful weekend and stay safe out there. And tune in Tuesday for what shows on Tuesday, Don?
Tax Questions podcast.
With Sassy Sarah. I'll
Sassy
tell you
Sarah.
what. So until we see everybody again, thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing everybody on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.
Ciao.